Hello everyone and welcome back to Consulting the Cryptic. We are your host. I'm Abigail.
I'm Lee.
Today we have another ghost episode. Something that I don't think that many people actually know about this specific place, but something in this place has been very popularized by movies, and we are going to be talking about the Warren's Occult Museum in Connecticut, I believe. And something that the museum holds is the Annabelle Doll, which it's terrifying. I mean, it's a possessed doll. I hate dolls. You don't like dolls either.
I didn't play with them as a kid.
Yeah, I didn't play, I never played with them as children. As children?
As children? Us as children. We didn't play with dolls.
Yes, both of us.
Yeah.
Never played with them.
Generalized.
Yes, generalized. My parents were like, yeah, you were not one to play with dolls. I had the right idea, apparently. And
I just have stuffed animals.
yes, and I still have stuffed animals as a 19-year-old. But,
That's okay.
yes. Yeah, anyone who's craps on other people for being old and having stuffed animals, who said stuffed animals had an age limit? For real.
No one, but how game boards have the minimum and maximum age.
Right, or Legos.
But they don't have that for stuffed animals, so it's fine.
Right. Yeah, but other people are like, oh, stuffed animals are childish. I'm like, shut up as I'm holding my shark.
Sharkmenistan.
Yes, his name is Sharkmenistan, but his name is Sharky. Anyways.
Tangent.
But anyways, we are going to be talking about the Warren's Occult Museum today.
Yes.
Yes, Monroe. It is in Monroe, Connecticut. Monroe. What are we doing? It was founded in the early 1980s by Ed and Lorraine Warren. They actually started their paranormal investigation in 1952, which is
I wasn't even born yet.
I hope you weren't born then.
I'm 70 years old.
Yeah, it's wow, you look really young.
I know, right?
You look really good for
I feel good for 70.
Right, I feel like a 70-year-old.
But it's okay.
Ed passed away in 2006 and Lorraine passed away in 2019, but the museum is now run by their son-in-law, Tony Spera, and he is actually the head of the New England Society of Psychic Research.
Psychic.
Which is actually really cool that there is such a thing.
We need to be seen by them because
yes,
we have a telepathic.
Yeah, I swear we have a telepathic connection because
We just have a linked brain cell, I think.
yes, because we constantly say the same things at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll start singing songs at the same time, or
And the same lyric. It's so creepy.
or we'll have the same idea about something. I mean, we have been friends for 12 years now, so I guess that kind of relates to it, but
Right, we've practically grown up together, so.
exactly. So maybe that's what it
That's
is.
probably it.
Yes.
My near crack.
You're near cracked.
My knee crack.
And this museum is in the basement of the Warrens' home.
Oh, why the basement?
Having all of that bad juju and
Bad juju.
having all that bad crap in the basement of your house, really?
It's just all the bad omens just rise.
Yeah, just all the bad energy, all the bad vibes in the basement of your house. And they're like, I wonder why I can't sleep at night. Oh, honey, there's that sleep paralysis demon on the ceiling again.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Fred.
Hi. Don't name it. Don't assume its name.
Honestly, the sleep paralysis demon that I named, or I think I named it. I think it was Michael or something.
Dad? My dad's named Michael, so.
And we actually will have a episode about sleep paralysis and all that crap with stories from me who has suffered from sleep hallucinations and sleep paralysis, but that'll be in a few episodes, so stay tuned for that. But let's just talk about a few items that are in the museum before we actually talk about Annabelle herself.
Right.
So the museum itself, visitors are told not to touch anything because the spirits that reside in the items could latch onto a human. And they were also told to be careful about what they say around the possessed items.
curse out Annabelle right then and there.
Like, oh my gosh, if any of you have seen the BuzzFeed Unsolved episode of, when they go to the Warrens Occult Museum and Shane is just full on challenging Annabelle to
possess me right now.
Right, and I love that one clip, and he's like, if you are going to kill me, turn off that light. And it immediately goes out. He's like, okay. That kills me every time. Like, I feel like...
That is my cue to leave. Like, seriously.
I can't. But let's talk about some of the things that are actually in the museum.
I wouldn't even set foot in there.
I really want to go in there, but I feel like, I've read or like seen things that you have to be blessed by a priest and like have holy water put on you before you walk in. I don't know if that's true, but I've seen things about that. I think YouTuber called Chris Clemens, he went there with his friend and they had to have that done to them.
If you have to go to that extent to go there, I will not be going there. I'm too scared to do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty fearless when it comes to this stuff, but like, if you have to have that done to you to go into a museum, you can tell that it's probably pretty bad.
Yeah. Like, I'm a skeptic, and like, I don't believe it, but if there's the slightest chance that, yeah, maybe you could get like cursed or whatever,
right?
Like, I'm not gonna mess with that. Like, I'm not gonna poke fun but it still doesn't mean I believe in it.
Right. It's just like, you don't want to take the chance if it's real.
I'm not gambling with my life.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Unless they're aliens.
Yes. Beam me up, boys!
Star Trek.
Beam me up, Scotty. Anyways, so here are some of the things that are actually in the museum. There is a shadow doll that can appear in your dreams and stop your heart.
Absolutely not.
A large man-shaped structure that was used for satanic rituals. A human skull with a star painted on its forehead. It was used in black magic, and there are several more skulls.
I don't like that.
An organ that has been known to play music on its own.
I was thinking like an actual organ, and I was like, why is it playing music?
I know.
Organ.
Just an organ, not an internal organ.
Sure, my stomach can play the piano.
My pancreas plays a tuba. Why not?
You're right, I shouldn't assume what your pancreas will do.
Exactly. I can't. There are demon masks. There's a satanic idol found in the woods of Newton, Connecticut.
What?
A satanic idol.
Why?
Why not? I don't know. I don't know, because people are weird.
People are weird.
I don't know.
Satanic rituals.
Yeah. There's a conjuring mirror that's used to summon spirits. A vampire coffin. Child tombstones. Shrunken heads. Possessed toys, including a toy monkey that is said to be possessed by a demon and enjoys stalking its victims before killing them. I think I've seen pictures of it, and it's like one of those that like has those things are freaky because they have those like big old bug eyes.
Yeah. Wasn't there in Toy Story like...
Yes, the freaky monkey.
Yeah. Was it the third one or something?
Yes, it's the third one.
Okay. I remember, and it was like watching the cameras.
Yes,
Oh my God,
that was so freaky. Oh my gosh. I remember my dad said he had one of those. Or like his cousin had one or something. But it's just...
terrifying.
Yeah, it's freaky. There's also animal statues, skins, and totems. There's voodoo dolls, which we were talking about voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
When
We
we
watched Princess and the Frog.
Right, and we were talking about, that movie centers a lot on the voodoo aspect of New Orleans, and just like the practice, it was really good. It was the first time I had seen it.
Yeah,
Which,
it's my favorite movie. It's my comfort movie. I watch it all the time.
it was so good, but just like the thought of voodoo dolls is so creepy because being able to hurt someone with an inanimate object, not being able to like actually hurt them, like going like this, that is so scary.
Right.
Because who knows what you can do?
Right. Like, wasn't there like a Scooby-Doo episode where they...
Oh, the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh, it was?
You remember the Zombie Island one?
Yeah.
And they had like the figures
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is so creepy though. Like, why?
That's a good movie.
Oh. Do they have Voodoo Dolls?
Yes. They also have satanic books, death curses, and the pearls of death, which is a cursed necklace that is said to strangle anyone who wears it.
Okay, I actually kind of want to try that one on though.
You're like, all right, come on, strangle me.
I feel like that's fake.
Who knows? I mean, really, any necklace could strangle you.
If you tight enough, yeah.
Right, or
What
if
is
you...
it, a choker?
But wow.
I'm so proud of myself.
I know you are, and I'm proud of you. But yeah, that one's a little weird to think about.
Well, that's a lovely set of pearls. Thanks. It killed the last victim.
It killed the last owner. And then the people are like, cool.
Take it off.
Yeah, take it off. Come on. Oh, let's go.
Let's go home, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not messing with that.
Oh, no. I still want to try it on though.
Okay, with me too. That's the one object I'd actually mess with.
Right. But
Choke me to death.
it's like, how'd you die? Oh, you know, necklace.
Necklace. There's like multiple rows of people that have been choked by that same necklace.
Yeah, they're all like sitting together. Oh my gosh, if
It's like,
any of you have...
You doubted it, right?
If any of you have seen the movie Stardust, it's like all the ghosts of the prince that have been killed, and they're all just sitting together, and they're like watching each other get killed.
Or like Avatar with the reincarnation.
Yes, oh my god.
Oh my god, I could see. You put on the necklace, didn't you?
Yeah.
You wanted to see if it would actually work.
Yeah. It worked, didn't it? Yeah. Oh my god.
It should really be like...
I want to see a movie. I want to see like a really badly made horror movie about a cursed necklace.
Me too.
That would be hilarious.
Don't put on the necklace. I'm gonna put it on.
It's kind of like a satirical horror movie, like, you know, like the Scary Movie.
Yeah.
But
Like Isildur. Custom fire.
no. Isildur! Now we are going to talk about Annabelle. There is a little bit of history that goes along with Annabelle because the Warrens were not the original owners of Annabelle because basically someone else had her first and were like, they called up the Warrens and they were like, hey, please get her away from me.
Yeah, get this thing almost strangled some random dude. Or not random dude. He was like a friend.
Right. So Annabelle is not the original doll, or is not the doll that you see in the movies that have been made about her.
Which is what I thought.
Right. They made her much more creepy.
Yeah.
She is actually a Raggedy Ann doll, which those are also freaking terrifying. My dad has a Raggedy Andy doll, which is like the male version of it or whatever. And he torments me with it. Like, we'll hide it in different places and where like I'll be and like will scare me with it. It's terrifying. They're those black beady eyes. Ooh, I hate it.
Or you know, like the sock monkeys. Those things are kind of creepy.
Oh, I love
Like,
sock
I like
monkeys
them.
though.
Oh, if you remember Gigi, she hates sock monkeys. We tormented her one Halloween. It's like and she was running around the house. Funny
I love that.
tangent. But
So the Annabelle that is currently still in the Warren Museum, it is trapped inside a box, and that box is soaked. The wood is soaked in holy water.
Yep.
The visitors are told not to tap the box or do anything to provoke the doll. Shane Madej.
kill me?
He's like, you want to do something, Annabelle? So,
Possess.
for real.
Well, I'm not messing with that thing. Like,
Oh,
I would
no.
have the confidence, maybe. But then
Yeah, I would-
The second I walk in, I'm like,
Yeah, I would have the confidence right until like walking up to it, and then I'd be like,
then it's all the what ifs. Like, she could actually do this. What if I actually die? Like, it's
right.
crazy.
I would be scared she'd be able to read my thoughts and I'd be like, ah!
Yeah, but I think like both versions of the doll are pretty creepy. Like the
Mhm.
movie version, like I couldn't watch the movie because it was terrifying. But
Yeah, I've only watched a little bit of the movie. I don't remember much, but I remember I was like, this doll is freaking terrifying.
it was also during Halloween. But they made her like a baby, like a porcelain baby doll.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was so. Yeah, I like turned my back to the screen and just like covered my head with a blanket because I was like, I can't watch this right now.
Right, like it's.
But yeah, both versions are really creepy. Like whether they be the Raggedy Ann or the movie doll, like it was.
Dolls are just freaky. Ugh. So let's talk about where Annabelle originated from. So the doll was originally given to a student nurse named Donna in 1970. It was a birthday present given to her by her mother. Horrible birthday present, in my opinion, but I digress. Shortly after she received it, the doll began to move on its own and do some weird things. There were handwritten notes from the doll. The woman's friend, Lou, described that one night during an episode of what could be explained as sleep paralysis, the doll choked him.
Yeah, and that was the friend that we were talking about earlier.
Right. He also received 7 long claw marks on his chest. These healed within 2 days, leaving no sign that there were any cuts at all.
That's so weird though.
Right, like
if he had those scars, like why wouldn't you take photos of them?
it was
Or
1970.
But yeah, it was. But it's like 70.
Right.
Wait, 17?
70.
7. Ah. Yes. But they still could take photos.
Right, I mean,
But like I get it because like it was just such a weird occurrence. Like why would you want to document that?
like you would think that they would stay there, I guess. So
Right.
maybe that's why they didn't think to like.
Right. Because he was the one that was like really like you need to get rid of it.
Yeah, he was very adamant about like,
Getting rid of
yeah,
it
like
all.
get this thing out of here,
Yeah.
please.
Burn the doll.
Burn it. So
I apologize.
no, it's fine. So the woman, Donna, she contacted a medium to see what was wrong with the doll. The medium told her that the doll was possessed by the spirit of a girl named Annabelle Higgins. That's where the name Annabelle came from. And it turned out that the medium was wrong. Once the doll began to exhibit dangerous and malevolent behavior, she contacted the Warrens, and they declared that the doll was possessed by a demon.
And this is where I get chills. Heebie-jeebies, I'm getting chills.
Yeah, demons, there's no doubt in my mind. Just, And the demon that was possessing this doll was making the doll seem, quote unquote, alive, so it could attach itself to a human host. Not the doll, but the demon itself.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I'm prepping you for...
I didn't like that phrase.
I can't either. Get ready, because I'm gonna possess your body. I'm so sorry. It wasn't supposed to come out like that.
I'm sorry about Lee's behavior.
I'm so sorry. Earlier we were talking about how this is going to be a Bully Lee episode.
Yes, this is a Bully Lee episode. Everyone bully Lee in the comments. Actually, please don't. I will fight everyone who bullies Lee. So, the Warrens, I think they did like a process to take the doll off of her hands because obviously it had started to attach itself to Donna.
Yeah.
But the Warrens, took Annabelle away from Donna.
Mm-hmm.
And as they were taking Annabelle home, it sat in the back seat, as you should with a little child.
Doll.
But on the trip, the brakes and the steering wheel of the car began to fail, and they almost collided with another car. And because of this, on this trip, Ed poured holy water on the doll, and
Like, oh.
she's like, "Get me gone!"
Be on, sticky boy.
And after this, the ride was smooth.
Should have just started with that.
Yeah, like, why wouldn't you just, this thing's possessed by a demon, let's do this so it doesn't hurt us.
Right. It's a possible thing, then there's the whole, coincidence, it could be, there were multiple incidents where people's brakes fell out.
Right.
Or gave out.
Gave out.
And so it was just like, oh, could it just be a coincidence? But like, I mean, who knows?
Right, exactly. And after this, after they brought her with them, Ed would report that the doll would levitate off of the chair that it sat in, and it would also randomly turn up in different rooms.
Yeah.
So, and then there was an incident where a friend of the Warrens, Father Jason Bradford, who was an exorcist, he almost got into a fatal car accident after tossing the doll and telling it, quote, "You're just a rag doll, Annabelle. You can't hurt anyone," end quote.
Nothing.
You're a loser. And then she's like, "I'm gonna kill this dude.
I'm gonna sting you."
I cannot. But, yeah. And so they put Annabelle in this box with holy water soaked wood.
Yeah.
There is a sign on the box that reads, quote, "Warning, positively do not open," end quote.
I kind of want to open it though.
It would probably walk out on its own or something. Let's be real.
I really want them just to leave this doll in a room by itself.
And see what it does.
Yeah, and have like video cameras. Like, I want to know what happens. Like, give me proof
Right,
that
like-
this thing can kill people.
Like the...
Not that. Give me proof that this
Lee
thing
wants
actually-
blood.
I'm
Lee is
sorry.
out for blood.
Because it's like everyone's like, oh, it's gonna kill you or something. Like,
Well, there is an incident of a man apparently getting into a motorcycle and dying after provoking the doll.
his girlfriend.
Yeah, his
You're not real.
his girlfriend was gravely injured, but the guy died. But that was after provoking the doll. Yeah, I'm going to say it could be a coincidence, but you shouldn't have messed with it.
See, that's why I'm just like, okay, so there are those cases. I'm just like, I'm not gonna mess with that doll.
Right, and like,
I'm not gonna risk my chances with it.
and it's 2021. Annabelle hasn't been out of her case for a while. There was a whole incident where like people were like, "Oh, she's out," but like that was just a rumor that had been started.
That's like 5 years ago, right?
That was last year, I think.
No.
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
could have swore it was when like I was like a freshman in high school.
No, I think that was last year.
How? Because I got super freaked out about it. I was like, okay, maybe it was last year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was last year.
2020.
But
I'm sure people just started rumors. They're like, "Oh, let's do."
yeah, we're bored at home. Let's start a rumor. But anyways,
2020. What can we mess up now?
but since we have modern technology and whatever, let's take Annabelle out of her box, put her on a chair in a room with nothing else, put some cameras on her, see what she does.
Get a piece of paper. Get some.
Yeah, get some.
Pencil or crayon or whatever.
Yeah, get some writing material. Maybe she'll write us a note. She's
leave her in there for like a month or so.
Exactly, and
Not just for 24 hours.
she might. I mean, it said she would randomly turn up in different rooms.
No,
she might
no,
turn up in a different room,
No.
and then she'd really escape.
No. Oh, now I got the chills down my spine. No. No. I have a physical reaction to this stuff.
Well, maybe if they did it like somewhere in the Warren Museum, maybe she wouldn't leave. Maybe they can like.
She would literally like take all the satanic objects.
Yeah, she's like, "Come on, boys, field trip."
Let's go! Please tell me this will be a normal field trip with the friends.
No way! Oh my gosh. You're absolutely right. She even looks like the Chris.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Ow! My back is cringing right now.
I'm glad I can do this to you.
No! No!
This is the goal of consulting the Cryptic, to freak Lee out.
It's when we talk about ghosts. I don't like ghosts. Or anything haunted. Like, ooh.
Ooh. Oh my god. But yeah, I want them to like do a test.
Yeah.
Because like she's been in that box for a while.
Right. She's going angry.
Ooh. Yeah, that might not be good.
And we're like, what, 50 years ago then? Or 50, 40 years ago that she got locked in the box. It was in the 70s that she got the toy.
Yeah, so it's been about 50 years.
Yeah. She's Asian. Or Asian. They're Asian.
Yes.
They're Asian.
Anyways. Who knows?
I don't like it.
That's just a very cursed place, is our conclusion.
I would never walk in there. I would absolutely not. I'd let you go in.
I think it would be cool to visit, but I feel like that'd be...
like...
Yeah. I feel like it'd be cool to visit, but at the same time, I feel like that's one place that I'd be very scared to go.
Yes, you're scared of nothing.
Yeah, like when it comes, like I said earlier, like when it comes to this stuff, I'm really not scared of a lot of it, but like this has a lot of cursed items, and I mean, it's a tiny place. It's a tiny museum.
Yeah.
And it has it all in one tiny enclosed space.
Mm-hmm.
That can bring something bad, I think.
Yeah. I'm surprised, like, nothing's happened, like, to the Warren family, like, because...
Well, I know Ed and Lorraine Warren had, like, a lot of things happen to them in their lifespan. I mean, they've... Granted, the movies are far-fetched, but the movies are based off true events.
Mm-hmm.
And they've made a lot of movies about things that have happened. You know, The Conjuring is about the Warrens. The Annabelle movies, I know there's one coming out soon. Can't remember what it's called. I think it's The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I think that's what it's called.
I couldn't even watch The Conjuring in broad daylight.
We watched it, a little bit of it together, I remember.
Oh no.
And I was like, this is stupid.
And here I am. Like, I can watch it with someone else and just poke fun at it.
Right.
But if I'm watching it alone, but like, again, I was in broad daylight.
Right.
But I just like,
Back to the wall.
Oh my god, I don't want anything behind me.
Right.
Yeah. I get really uncomfortable with it.
I mean, it's
My back just like,
it's terrifying, so I don't blame
clench
you.
your butt.
Clench the butt.
To glench the glutes.
Glench the glutes. Well, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Consulting the Cryptic. We actually have an announcement. We are going to start a mini-series on Consulting the Cryptic, called Chaotic Conversations, in which Lee and I talk about...
We'll have like a specific topic.
Just random crap.
Yeah.
And it's going to be about every other week.
Yeah.
We're really excited to do this because we can just talk about whatever for a really long time, especially when it's like something we like.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to probably start that next week.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. And we will still be here with Consulting the Cryptic, so do not worry. But thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do and like this video, and we will see you next week. Bye!
Bye! I thought it was the actual, like, Annabelle doll.
Oh no.
Like, I mean, I know that it was the actual Annabelle doll, but like from the Annabelle movie, because...
Oh, not the Raggedy Ann doll.
Right, it was
right.
the very creepy looking one. Like, both of them are creepy in their own sense.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm more terrified of the Raggedy Ann doll because I've been tormented with... Yeah, it's...
Yes.
We need to start this episode. Okay. I'm putting that in at the end.